Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad that you're here. I've got a great video set for you. Starting today, we're gonna work on getting a turn signal switch replaced in this truck. And I ordered a standard, like, electrical parts switch. These things, standard is, in my experience, the best. So that's what I bought. I just hope it's the right one for the truck. Being this is a truck built out of a lot of different stuff, I can't remember if that steering column was a 1972 or a 1967 or what exactly it came out of. So I know they changed these parts around. I hope that that is going to fit. But I've got some exciting stuff coming for you. I bought a one of these retro sound stereos for the truck because it doesn't have the dash cut up on it. So I wanted something that looked stock. I looked everywhere for just a stock AM FM radio to put in it, and then I would just Bluetooth music. And I couldn't find one under like 90 bucks that worked. So I found this retro sound radio on their eBay site, and this was a B stock. It's not perfect, but I'm sure it'll look great once it's in the truck. It functions just like it's supposed to, and we're going to give it a try. Set it up, put it in there. I do like the retro sound because they're much smaller than the original radio, and with these defroster hoses and parts going up underneath that dash, man, we need something like that. So I've got those. I did get my door panels resprayed, got the pad sprayed the right color for it, scrounged up some handles for the door panels. We're going to do some sound dampening back in behind there on the insides of those doors. The goal is by the end of this set of videos, the interior in this truck will be done, and then we can move up. I've got a few things to do in the engine compartment while I wait on shipping of a really special set of parts for the old truck, because we've been running the turbines. I put these Goodyear Wranglers on there because they were the cheapest tires I could get. But you can see sitting over here in amongst all the stuff on the bed of the truck, yes, it's chrome. I don't want to give too much away right now. I ordered two, made sure they'd fit, and then I went to order the other two, and it's going to be 2 months before I get them. So yeah, we'll just get them when we get them, I guess. So enough of me yakking. Let's get in here and pull this steering wheel off this truck. All right, so man, part of the struggle of living out away from a store in town is like these threads inside this adapter are metric size. I think it's 6 by 125, and I don't have any metric stuff. I don't have a metric die set. I have metric taps. So I couldn't retap my bolts. So you can see the weld marks here. I just took and cut off some 10mm headed bolts and cut off some 1/4 20 bolts, welded them together, and hopefully we got it stuck together good enough we can hit this impact and she'll come off. There you go. So pretty simple. This is a harmonic balancer puller / steering wheel puller. Typically, the steering wheels just take 2 bolts opposing one another to get them out, but this aftermarket stuff You always end up with weird situations there. Look at all the holes in the bottom of this thing for different adapters and stuff. So we've got that out. This is your contacts for your horn ring. It slides in there tight, nice and tight, lots of grease on it. And then the thing we're wanting to pull out is this piece here. This is our turn signal switch. You got to take the lever out. Then there's 3 screws that hold it in place. The part that I'm worried about is my new one has a round button for this hazard switch, which I think it's definitely later model than this. And I've also got to take this little piece here off the bottom of the column. That's my ducting for my wiring or conduit area, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get in there and get that done. All right, so once we got everything torn down, I've got my switch that actually makes your turn signals work here. Lots of fancy stuff going on in there with contacts. And I don't know, I might have been able to clean this up, but we want reliable functioning of our turn signals. I don't want to have to dink around with it a bunch. So I got that out, but to take that out, I mean, you have to take off the little cup part that has your turn signal indicator there. Had to take and drive the roll pin out for my gear shift lever. Take this cup, slide it out. And then I also was able to take that rubber grommet off so I didn't have to split that or anything. One thing that's different here is you have this type of connector that plugs into the factory harness. And your new switch comes with this type of connector, which is a common later model style. And the bag with all the parts in it has this wonderful adapter right here. So I have to plug that onto there. And then this plug will plug into my factory harness. Not too big a deal, but it's just one more connection there to have to worry about. It does look like the turn signal switch is like exactly the same as this original model, aside from not having that red hazard indicator or lever, whatever you want to call it. So I will end up having a round one on here that screws in, and I think everything will be okay. It's actually going to be easier to put this switch back in because this doesn't come out easy, so you end up with having to do some juggling to get it out. But at any rate, that's where we're at right now on the column inside of the truck. Yeah, you're left pretty much with just a lot of stuff sticking out. This is the little fiber optic wire that lights up your indicator for your gear selector. So it stays in, it actually plugs into the back of a bulb in the instrument cluster there. I had to take this piece out, which in one of my earlier videos had issues because this hit the brake pedal and messed up the travel and made the brakes like applied all the time. This little gutter piece goes on the bottom of the column and it just like slides through there, so it's no big deal. kind of sitting back in here. Got my gear shift lever and this part of this cup put in, but the indicator part of the cup, I tried bolting that turn signal switch in ahead of time, and it's keyed in there with a couple of little dimples, so it pushes down and then it turns to lock, and it won't turn and lock with the switch in place. So I've got to come back and back these 3 screws back out, pull it out slightly so I can do this, turn this, then push that in and hope everything fits up good. I did get my hazard indicator put on there. It looks like it'll work. Turn signal lever slot is good. I just gotta take this apart. Okay, super simple. Just gotta back that out, turn this, screw this dude back down. Do want to make sure that the everything moves freely in here, and it seems like it's going to work okay. And yeah, I think we should be on the right track. The horn button, or this bearing, goes in first. I'm going to pack that with grease before I put it in. Then our horn button goes in, and those little detents here on the horn button, those detents, those are what make the turn signals cancel when you turn the steering wheel. They basically come in and they bump this and move it back to the center position. So I'm going to get this packed with grease, slide it in there, and then try to get this thing buttoned up. Okay guys, so I did get the steering wheel put back on. Everything functions like it should now. Like, you can hear that turn signal cancel just like she should. So not too hard. You just gotta pay attention to how stuff comes apart and put it back together right. So that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna stop here with this one, and then we'll do the retro sound radio next. So if you like the content I'm putting out, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I see a lot of views, but not a lot of subscribers. So I just am trying to promote the channel so it'll grow at the rate that the views are going up. It would be really cool to have a new group come in and get some more comments, suggestions of new things to do. So hey, that's going to wrap it up. I'll catch you on the next one.